Simply Southern is produced by the Alabama Farmers Federation and made possible with the support of Alabama Farmers Cooperative.
There's no such thing as downtime when you own a farm. This is your land. You tend it and try to get the most from it, no matter the weather or time of day. It's been that way for generations. And for generations, your local quality co-op store has been there for you, with a full range of agriculture supplies and services, from feed to fertilizer, seed to grain storage, and the right hardware for any application. You'll always find what you need, plus friendly, knowledgeable advice at your local quality co-op store. There's one near you.
What we eat, what we wear. It all starts somewhere. And if it's good, it usually starts with a farmer. And that somewhere is right here in Alabama. In a field, in a barn, on a tractor. Right now, there's a farmer starting something good for all of us. And it all starts right here in Alabama.
Hello and welcome to Simply Southern. I'm Mary Wilson.
And I'm Kevin Worthington. Drive down almost any road in Alabama and you'll see pine trees. Drive down a country road and you'll see lots of pine trees. In today's Ask a Farmer segment, we'll talk about trees as a farm crop.
From Hong Kong to Amsterdam, chefs around the globe complete their dishes with one key ingredient: servingware made in Alabama at Earthborn Pottery.
Stacy Little of SouthernBite.com is working on lunch, or maybe supper depending on when you watch our show. You'll have to stick around though to discover Stacy's secret ingredient for his porcupine meatballs.
But we begin today's show thinking of vacation.
One of my favorite subjects.
When it's time for a vacation, you can find all kinds of accommodations in Alabama, from hotels to beach condos, mountain cabins, and even farmhouses.
You know, home rental platforms like VRBO and Airbnb have made it easier than ever for farmers to list properties on their land as rentals.
And there's something to be said for the truly relaxing vacations you can experience out on a farm. Sneed, Alabama, population around 850. A small town with as many fast food places as tractor dealerships. And home to a popular Airbnb listing, the cotton-pickin' little farmhouse.
Everybody visits Sneed. I don't know why they visit Sneed, but apparently Sneed is about the center of the world. I think one thing that draws people to stay here is the location, and not necessarily that it's on a farm, but that it's in the middle of nowhere. And I think people just want to get away. They just want to have peace and quiet, especially in a pandemic.
Stephanie is an Airbnb superhost with Southern Hospitality. Instead of leaving chocolates on pillows, she leaves a bag of Alabama peanuts and a welcome letter written on stationery featuring a farm scene. Plus, the farm surroundings offer experiences you can't get inside city limits.
Some people have gotten to see like us catching chickens from the back porch, which doesn't happen from a lot of people's back porches. And people love seeing the pictures of the farms that I have hanging in the rooms and cotton, and they'll ask questions about it. I had one person leave me a review and said, we did a 6-mile run around cotton fields, and they were from Kentucky, and they said they had never seen cotton fields before, and they said they would recommend running 6 miles around Sneed to anyone.
On the opposite side of the state, in the college city of Marion, at the Moore Webb Holmes Plantation Airbnb, a braying donkey is the only thing that might interrupt the peace and quiet.
When you stay here, you also get access to the historical grounds where we have close to 52 buildings there on the National Historic Register. And we're hoping to bring people to the Black Belt to maybe stay a little bit longer and go to Selma, go to Greensboro, go to Demopolis, because we have a lot to see throughout the region.
Originally built in the 1830s, the Airbnb home offers lots of modern amenities, including indoor plumbing, a fully stocked kitchen, and comfortable beds. And it's a mostly wireless home. Wireless because there are no TVs or internet routers to be found.
Really, a lot of people they're not really upset about not having internet or phone service, you know. Just to get away and sit down and just talk with each other and play a board game. You know, people that have come through here have really appreciated just relaxing.
In addition to enjoying a tranquil stay in rural Alabama, lodgers who stay at the Moore Webb Holmes plantation get the added benefit of knowing they're helping preserve the historic property, as profits from the Airbnb are reinvested in upkeep of the buildings and grounds.
My family is passed down from generation to generation. If you keep a roof and a foundation on a building, it'll last forever. Family heritage and love of the land and conservation and preservation means a great deal to me and my whole family. So we take it as an honor to be able to take care of something and pass it down to the next generation and share it with those that come through and visit us.
Before COVID limited international travel, Cooper said people from other countries stayed at his Airbnb as they traveled to different sites on civil rights trails.
And Stephanie had 2 people from opposite sides of Canada who decided to meet up at her rental. They joked that Sneed was perfectly in the middle.
I'm not exactly sure how that geography works out. It sounds like maybe they wanted something in the middle that also had warm weather.
Can you blame them?
No, I can't.
There you go. People have been making pottery for thousands of years. Up next on Simply Southern, we'll visit a studio that's keeping that tradition alive while making a name for Alabama worldwide.
Is your teenage driver eager to hit the road? Before handing over the keys, talk with your teenager about the risk of the road and work together to establish rules and safety guidelines. Taking driver's ed in high school is a convenient way to learn driving skills, but parental involvement is one of the greatest factors in creating safe drivers. Visit alphainsurance.com for recommendations from the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety. These Alpha Insights are proudly presented by Alpha Insurance.
Wear long pants, long sleeve shirts, and closed-toed shoes. Don't be ticked. Use repellents with 20% DEET on skin and 0.5% permethrin on gear and clothing. Don't be ticked. Avoid sitting on rotten logs or stumps. Don't be ticked. Protect yourself from serious tick-borne illnesses and seek timely treatment to prevent long-term problems. No hunters were angered in the making of this film.
Soybean is a very versatile product. We make crayons out of it.
A lot of the combines you see rolling through the fields have a lot of plastic side panels that are made from a soy product.
The soybeans that we grow on our farm mostly goes into chicken feed.
Soybean production in Alabama employs over 10,000 people.
We grow some of the best soybeans in the world.
We go the extra mile to make sure when our name is stamped on it, we know it's the best product we can produce.
You won't find many things more sacred than family recipes. It's part of our history, described as a pinch of this or a dash of that. Well, I come from a long line of folks who fry chicken by feel and make biscuits from memory, showing how much they love you with grease and flour. Well, Alpha cares like that too, making sure your insurance recipe is just right.
Sean! Get a quote or find a local agent at alphainsurance.com.
That's good.
Alabama Shoals area is known for its majestic views of the Tennessee River and the legendary recording studios that defined the Muscle Shoals sound. Both of these are paid tribute with a pair of 20-foot recycled aluminum statues known as the Singing River Sculptures. The first sculpture is located at the intersection of Alabama and Montgomery Street, depicting a 1950s-era rocker singing into his microphone. In neighboring Muscle Shoals, a bass player inspired by Muscle Shoals Sound Studio co-founder David Hood watches traffic pass by on Avalon Avenue. If you find yourself up around the Quad Cities, be sure to stop and take a tour of Alabama's most famous recording studios. But take a little time to check out the Singing River Sculptures for a truly rockin' Alabama sidetrack.